go ahead and let's take all these things out. Let's go ahead and create some type of navigation here, okay? So that way we can switch to components. But let's first create another component. That way we can switch our navigation, all right? Right now, this, if we go to this path right here, is going to take us to our home. But let's build another component, for example, like a contact component or something like that. Let's just call it home component, right? And all right, home component. Actually, I created an empty file there. Silly me. I want to create something else than home, okay? Because we're displaying our post at home. So let's just call this contact dot view, okay? And now with this component, we don't need a lot of markup or anything like that. We just need some type of template, because that's the only thing that we are going to be displaying, right? And the root and the contact works just like that. You don't need to put all these spaces, okay? And let's go register that component. So let's go to app view, and we're going to copy this guy right here. Contact and contact right here. There's one last thing that we need to do, guys, to make our router work, okay? But I'll show you right now what it is. Contact. Okay, so we got our component register and it should be working now, okay? Now, in order to make this work, we need to make everything more dynamic. And when I say dynamic, I mean that we need to tell our main application, our main component, that we don't want this data here to be, okay, this is our main navigation. We don't want to show just the post example here. We want to show everything, okay? So we want to show anybody that asks for a component. Anybody that goes to the URL and asks for a component, we need to make sure that this data here is dynamic. It's not just one component. And to make this data dynamic, we need to use another directive here, or an custom tag here called view, like this, router view. Okay, now our view app is going to detect this guy right here, router view, and is going to apply things dynamically into this field right here. Okay, so in order for this to work, let's go right here and create some type of link. Another thing that I'm going to teach you in this lecture, it's how to create a link with a router view. Because right now, if you go here and you say, okay, I want you to take me to contact, and you create a regular link and you say contact, and let's go back to our main. Let's create another route for that. And this is going to be contact. So when people visit contact, we're going to load the contact module. Now we need to import that on top. Remember, in the main.js, where you import, where you do most of the registration stuff. So we import this there, and we say contact, like that. Okay, so now this should work. Let's go back here. Let's make sure that this refreshes. If we say contact on top, you see contact works. But we had to refresh. If I click here, you see that it's refreshing and it's taking me to the home page. Let's go back to our navigation, which is in app.view. This is supposed to be taking me to the home and the contact to our contact page. So let's click here. Let's refresh. Click here, home, contact. See, something is going on here. So let's go and play around with this and tell it to actually send us to the contact component, not to the contact, not to make a request to the browser. So the way we do that is we enclose all that. Actually, we don't have to enclose it. We need to create another custom element here called routed link. And this by itself is going to be a link, an anchor tag. Okay, this is going to create an anchor tag. So right now, if I say contact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take this out of here. I'll show you when this refreshes, and it's supposed to do this automatically. There we go. This contact button is supposed to be somewhere here, guys. Okay. It's supposed to. All right. So I guess we have to write the other parts to make it dynamic. Okay. So I'm going to give it a class of nav link. Nav link, just to make it. Let's see if it shows right here. It's supposed to show. Okay, it's not showing yet. Let's now we got to use this attribute here called to, and we use the colon to bind it, right? And then here in between these quotes, I'm gonna put single quotes to make sure that it goes, because you can write an expression there, guys. Okay, that's why we got to write single quotes here, because it's a string that we're sending in. This is static data. You can also send dynamic data through this to attribute here, or directive here, if you see colon. So let's come back here and see if this works now. Come on. There we go. So we had to actually write the colon TO to make this work. That sucks. I thought it was going to work without it. But anyway, so contact now. Let's wait. There we go. And we click on it, it takes us to our component contact. Look at how fast that is. Now the home is not working, so we need to fix that one. So I'm gonna copy this whole thing and place it right there. I'm gonna replace this to home, and the string here is gonna be this little. Let's let this refresh. I got no patience. Contact. Boom. See how fast that is? That it's beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Okay. I hope you guys are satisfied with this crash course. And if you have any questions, always ask in the discussion or send me an email to edwin@edwindiaz.com. Remember that I have all the courses in JavaScript. I have a whole bunch of JavaScript courses to teach you JavaScript if you need to learn it. TypeScript courses, Angular courses. So, you know, I'm there. If you need any help with anything, guys, don't hesitate. I'm just a person like you, and I'm very humble. So, you know, if I get thousands of messages all the time, thousands in my email, and I get hundreds literally every day from one platform. So, but I always answer the question. If it's 24 or 48 hours, I'm here for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next lecture or the next course. Take care.